Our planet is a fragile oasis in the vast cosmic desert, a delicate balance of life and elements. We, its inhabitants, are but a young species, still grappling with the complexities of our own nature and the rapid advancements in technology. Today, we find ourselves at a crossroads, facing a confluence of crises that threaten to unravel the very fabric of our civilization, challenging our resilience and unity. From the global pandemic to the escalating climate crisis, the world is on edge, teetering on the brink of unprecedented change.
Global tensions are rising, fueled by political instability and economic disparities. Nations are arming themselves with weapons of unimaginable destruction, preparing for conflicts that could reshape our world. The specter of nuclear war, once a distant nightmare, now looms large on the horizon, casting a shadow over our future. The consequences of such a conflict would be catastrophic, extending far beyond the immediate devastation, affecting generations to come.
We have witnessed the destructive power of nuclear weapons before, and the scars remain etched in our collective memory. Hiroshima and Nagasaki stand as stark reminders of the horrors that await us if we fail to heed the lessons of history, lessons written in the ashes of those cities. But the weapons of today dwarf those of the past in their destructive potential, capable of annihilating entire regions in an instant. A full-scale nuclear exchange would unleash forces beyond our control, with consequences that could spell the end of our world as we know it, leaving nothing but desolation in its wake.
The Earth's crust, a seemingly immutable shell, is in fact a mosaic of massive tectonic plates, constantly shifting and grinding against each other, creating a dynamic and ever-changing landscape beneath our feet. The immense energy released by these movements manifests in the form of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, reshaping the surface of our planet in dramatic and often devastating ways. Nuclear detonations, with their unparalleled force, could disrupt this delicate balance, triggering seismic events of unprecedented scale, far beyond what natural tectonic activity could produce. Imagine a cascade of earthquakes ripping across continents, splitting the Earth open, and unleashing fiery chaos from its depths, creating a hellish landscape of destruction.
Volcanic eruptions would darken the skies with ash and toxic gases, choking the air we breathe and poisoning the land we depend on, making survival increasingly difficult. The very foundations of our civilization would crumble beneath our feet, as buildings and infrastructure collapse in the face of relentless seismic activity.
The oceans, too, would feel the wrath of our folly, with their vast expanses becoming arenas of chaos and destruction. Tsunamis, towering walls of water, would surge across coastlines, obliterating everything in their path, leaving nothing but devastation in their wake. Coastal cities, home to millions, would be reduced to rubble in an instant, their inhabitants left to face the aftermath of nature's fury. The delicate balance of marine ecosystems would be shattered, sending shockwaves through the entire food chain, disrupting life in the oceans and on land.
But the horrors wouldn't end there. In the aftermath of a nuclear war, a new threat would emerge from the Ashes nuclear winter. As countless tons of dust, smoke, and debris are blasted into the atmosphere, a dense, impenetrable shroud would envelop the planet. Sunlight, the lifeblood of our planet, would be blocked out, plunging the Earth into perpetual twilight. Temperatures would plummet, ushering in a frigid winter that could last for years, if not decades. Crops would wither and die, leading to widespread famine.
The delicate web of life that sustains us would unravel. Plants deprived of sunlight would cease to produce oxygen. Animals, unable to find food or shelter, would perish in droves. The very air we breathe would become toxic, laced with radioactive fallout. The Earth, once teeming with life, would become a desolate, frozen wasteland.
Section 4. Echoes in Prophecy. This apocalyptic scenario, while terrifying, is not without precedent. Throughout the annals of time, humanity has always been haunted by visions of its own demise. Throughout history, cultures across the globe have shared chilling prophecies of a time when darkness would engulf the earth, and humanity would face its ultimate reckoning. These tales, passed down through generations, serve as a stark reminder of our fragile existence. In the Book of Revelation, the sixth seal of the apocalypse speaks of a great earthquake, a darkened sun, and a falling sky. These vivid descriptions paint a picture of utter chaos and despair, Matthew 24 describes a time of tribulation like no other, with wars, famines, and earthquakes. The imagery is both powerful and unsettling, echoing the fears of countless generations. Ezekiel 38 foretells a conflict involving many nations, a war that will shake the very foundations of the world. This prophecy speaks to the interconnectedness of our global society and the potential for widespread devastation. And Zechariah 14 speaks of a day when the Lord will stand on the Mount of Olives, and the mountain will split in two, creating a valley of escape for those who survive the coming judgment. This dramatic event symbolizes both destruction and hope. These prophecies, often dismissed as mere allegory, take on a chilling new relevance in light of our current predicament. The parallels between ancient texts and modern events are hard to ignore. While interpretations may vary, the underlying message is clear. Humanity's actions have consequences, and we are rapidly approaching a point of no return. The choices we make today will shape the future for generations to come.
Section 5, 5 seals broken. Section 6, the 6th seal approaches. Section 7, our choice, our future.